It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The brain works podcast.
Yo, he fucked him up on the 94 crime bill. Yeah. You know why he fucked him up on the 94 crime bill? Because all Joe Biden had to do a long time ago was apologize for the 94 crime bill.
Yeah.
Really just that simple.
Yeah.
If you'd have just apologized for it, that would never be a vulnerable spot for you no more.
Do you remember when he said that his son was a cokehead?
When Trump
said his son was
I caught that one. That was great.
That shit was hysterical.
That was great. That was great.
that
was great. I mean, and listen, by the way, no matter how you want to spin it, Hunter Biden did get an administrative discharge from the military because he failed a cocaine test. Did he have a substance abuse problem? I'm sure he did, but you can't spin it any sexy way.
Yo, there's
no sexy spin to that.
But the way that Biden handled his I don't know, not conspiracy, like big criticism about like Hunter taking money and Hunter taking the position with the Ukraine, I thought was really good. Like Trump is like, what's up with Hunter taking $3.5 million from the mayor of Russia? What's up with him taking Chinese money? What's up with him taking the Ukraine money? And Biden just goes, none of that is true.
That's what Trump kept saying too.
But it's brilliant. None of that is true. And now you're debating the veracity of something instead of responding and arguing about it. Like what a brilliant.
Yeah.
He basically did the Shaggy.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, he said it, right. It wasn't me. Like that. Who was it?
Me. I thought CNN was interesting after the fact.
Why? What did CNN say?
Because they had a fact checker, and if you watched it last night, literally, if you watched how they fact checked, when Trump said something wrong, the way the guy would respond was, "That is a lie. That was a lie," and then he would break down what it was, right? But when Biden got stuff wrong, which a lot of stuff Biden said was wrong, they'd be like, not quite. You know what I'm saying?
No, that bias?
Yeah.
So this is live or right afterwards?
It was right afterwards. It was right after. Because there was certain things, it was a couple things Biden said that I knew he was like when he said Dr. Fauci said not to wear a mask. And Trump was like, Dr. Fauci said that you didn't have to wear a mask. And Biden was like, that's not true. Dr. Fauci
absolutely started with that.
I heard that with my own ears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the fact that I thought the police shit was weird for Biden. Like he didn't take a stance on it at all.
Yeah, he was terrified.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when Trump said to him, "Are you law and order? Are you law and order?" He wouldn't answer. Name one police union that has endorsed you.
Yeah.
Biden didn't say nothing, and he already said that there was some bad apples in the police force, whatever. I
thought that part he handled well.
He did, but it was also an opportunity to draw a line in the sand to say, well, the reason I haven't been endorsed by any police unions is because what some of these police officers are doing is wrong. And we have to correct that. That right there gets the whole people that's on the ground in support of Black Lives Matter, that want to defund the police, that gets them, the ones that are upset that you won't just say, yes, I want to defund the police, that energizes them. Because it's a thing like, oh yeah, they haven't endorsed Joe Biden because Joe Biden has spoke out against the systemic racism that exists in the criminal justice system. Like, stand on that. That was my biggest issue with Joe Biden last night. What did he stand on?
I was surprised he stood for an hour and a half, dog. I'll be honest.
Me too. I took 2 pee breaks. I was like, them 2 motherfuckers must be wearing diapers. I'm serious. I took 2 and I was trying. I was like, okay, they probably do a break every 30 minutes. So I'm watching like, yo, this shit still, what the fuck is happening? I went to the bathroom twice. I was like, yo, they 2 almost 80-year-old men stood for an hour and a half?
That's impressive, bro.
What?
That's impressive.
That's a movie. That's a movie. I'm like, yo, they wore diapers. They had to wear diapers. I know they did.
Did you think that Chris Wallace did a good job?
He did the best he could.
Given the circumstance, yeah.
Given the circumstances.
I think he did.
He did the best he could.
I think Trump is being critical of him and acting as if he was biased. I didn't think he was biased at all. I'm pretty objective, dude. You know, but I thought that he wasn't. I thought he defended both people and accused both people and gave both sides equal opportunity to respond. Like, I thought he did a really good job despite them acting like children up there.
Yeah, I don't know what they expected Chris Wallace to do.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're going to put a fucking collar on both of them and he can fucking buzz them and shock them whenever they fucking get too out. Like, I don't know what you expect Chris Wallace to do in that situation. You know, my only critique of Chris Wallace, and I didn't even think about it. I was asking, we had Congressman Cedric Richmond on the Breakfast Club this morning, and, you know, he's Biden's co-chair. So I was just asking him, like,
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea what the fuck
That's
that
the
means.
most brilliant idiot shit right there. Like, I had blah, blah, blah. You know, he's Biden's co-chair. And I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck that is. Should I be honest and tell people? All right, what is that?
I know what he is. I know the people listening know. I don't know what the fuck that means. What the fuck does co-chair mean? I have no idea.
Okay.
But he said, I asked him, I was like, yo, out of 90 minutes in 2020 with all the issues that black people have faced, like, you know, all the furloughs and the firings, and they've already shown that this is affecting black people more than everybody. The way coronavirus is disproportionately impacting black communities, like all of this stuff, police brutality, all of this stuff going on with black people. Out of 90 minutes, they talked about black issues for 103 seconds. Combined. There was one question about race. Trump spent 50 seconds on it. Biden spent 53. Like literally, they didn't even use the whole 2 minutes. Cedric said because the question was racist. Because he said, and they saw that from the beginning. He said the question was a question about race / violence, as if the people out there in the streets that are protesting, that I guess they're assuming are all black, are committing acts of violence. But it was just something he said the way the question was worded was a racist fucking question.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my only critique. Because if I was a moderator, you know, but maybe my perspective is different because I'm a black man. My perspective, like, yo, we need to have a lot more about race relations in this debate. And this year, 2020, come on. I personally, especially being that you're the VP of the first black president, like you should have a lot to say about black issues.
Yeah.
You know? But
it just felt like they were both playing not to lose.
Yeah,
you know, they were
but
both playing prevent defense.
I don't think Trump was at all.
I thought he was. The reason why I think he was is because he didn't even try to, you know, come out to the middle and grab the middle. And I think the middle is up for grabs. And he even all he had to do is literally go.
He did that already. He grabbed the pussies in the first election. He grabbed the middle and he won.
Grab girls
he
by
got
the middle.
He got the middle in his hand right now.
I just think like you literally all you got to do is say, I condemn all forms of supremacy. You just say it.
Why?
Because that's the right thing to do.
Why do you expect Donald Trump to do the right thing? That's the wild shit to me.
Here's the thing. If you're going up against a Barack Obama, someone that has universal appeal, maybe you just go for your base. But you're going up against someone who has questionable universal appeal. Like, I don't think a lot of people are high on Biden, so you can scoop them up if you literally have some balls. You know what I mean? You just need some balls. Nobody's inspired by Biden, so you could go get those people potentially who are not inspired, but nobody's going to vote for you if you can't condemn white supremacy. Because if you're a white dude like myself, you can't support someone that has that ideology. You just can't. You just, deep down in your gut, even if you believe in some of his other policies that have nothing to do with race, just economically speaking or war, you can't support someone who is openly allowing racism.
You can. You should.
I can't. No, even if I agree with everything else over the other guy, that one thing, how am I supposed to look at you every week, bro?
But guess what? But check it out. I'll say that publicly. You in that goddamn voting booth by yourself.
Well, depends what the tax rate is for Biden, bro. Let's get some more information about this tax rate, bro.
But that's the scariest part about people who support Trump. Mm-hmm. They'll never say it openly. They treat Trump. They treat Trump like the fat girl in the hood.
But they just smash it out. But
nobody wants to admit. Nobody wants to admit that they fucking Big Keisha.
Yeah.
And the pussy is good. Nobody wants to admit in the suburbs that Big Sally. Boo! Big Sally got some fire heads. I'm telling you, nobody wants to admit it, but they're doing it.
They're doing it.
I'm telling you, man. That's what the scary thing about Trump is. That's why I don't trust no polls. I don't trust none of this shit. Like, if you're the head of a Fortune 500 company, and somebody asks you today, on the record, if you're supporting Donald Trump, even if you did vote for him openly in 2016, what the fuck are you gonna say today? You really going to say, yeah, I'm voting for him after what he said last night? Nope.
What is Dana White doing right now?
Shit, living up to his last name. He probably, that motherfucker is happy as shit.
Maybe Trump said, I thought the question was about the UFC and white supremacy. I thought it was a supremacy within MMA.
I'm going to tell you something. All jokes aside. America, we in trouble. And the reason we're in trouble is for all the reasons that we're discussing right now. What Joe Biden represents, what Donald Trump represents, is not what America should be about in the future. That's old school, man. That's an old model. I don't want either one of those old models. Now, I'm voting on November 3rd. Let's be clear on that. But I'm voting on November 3rd hoping that it is a pathway to something new, to something fresh. Because I literally thought that politicians after Barack Obama, after seeing the success Barack Obama had, I definitely thought the Democratic Party was going to get blacker, browner, younger, more diverse in regards to gender. But I thought the Republicans might have followed suit a little bit too. John McCain did put Sarah Palin as VP. I thought they would start...
Begrudgingly, though.
Begrudgingly, but I thought they would just start elevating a few more people. Like, I think they setting up Daniel Cameron for a run in the future. But I just think that looks more like what America represents. Just even if it's just visually, like they don't even talk like America.
Is, bro? You know how we always talk about diversity and we talk about the diversity in institutions, right? You could talk about it like in entertainment. You could talk about it on the corporate level of things, right? We always talk about diversity in that way. And then you see the lower level positions always have diversity, right? Like the athletes that are supporting the brands or like representing the brands. You see the actors that are in the movies. There's diversity right there. But the people that are really pulling the strings, what do they look like?
Old white
80-year-old white dudes. And that's exactly, I think, what the frustration is. And I'm not going to sit here and go like, we need a not white male as a president. I think that's stupid. I think you need the best person for the job. But regardless of what their race is. But the reality is that the people that are probably in control of these institutions happen to be the Joe Bidens and the Donald Trumps. And those people, regardless of which side, may be putting these like token diversity figures out to keep the people happy. But if the decision makers are still doing this, you're going to get the same decision.
Absolutely. Like it's too old, man. It's too like I just don't think you can teach them anything new. I don't think they're willing to learn anything new.
What if a Mark Cuban was in
somebody like that?
Like wouldn't that bring like as you're a black dude, right? And obviously you want to see color, you want to see gender in politics. But if you saw Mark Cuban, you're like does that bring about something different? He's an older white guy.
I like Tim Ryan. I like Congressman Tim Ryan. You know what I'm saying? I think Tim's like late 40s.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like Tim. I like Mayor Pete. You know what I mean? I'm not against white males, but that old white male ideology, especially that exists within politics and wealth. That old white male that exists within politics and wealth. I'm tired of that.